So here we are now on YouTube, and we are showing the triple wax pack that I pulled. It's a rack pack, but it's got triple wax packs inside the rack pack. So if you're looking online there on YouTube, there's what it looks like. So if you've noticed the rack packs that I've done before that I've opened, the front you could see their faces for the most part, and then on the back you could see the back cards. So you kind of knew what the top three cards and the back three cards were. This one they're actually wax packs inside there. So that's pretty cool. It's different. I don't know if they did that up to then. I have to look online and see if I could buy one of these. But I got these, I don't know, a month or two back. And I got a few of these, so I wanted to put one in the random pull, and I happened to pull that out. That's what it looks like. So it says Fleer Baseball logo stickers trading cards with 45 cards with 2 photos on each card, 3 stickers, and 45 cards. So these would hang, they'd hang there on the rack, obviously, and sometimes these would be in grocery stores. I can remember getting these at grocery stores. I don't remember the 3 wax packs. I remember the rack where you could see their faces, but they'd hang there. There's a little hole that they'd hang there. So we're going to open this up, and before we do that, I picked out here. I picked Annie Westfall. Annie Westfall will get some of these cards, maybe all of them. I'm just not sure because there's 3 wax packs. You probably will not get the Boggs, the Sandberg, or the Gwynn if I pull those, but I'll send at least some of these cards since there's 3 packs. But I'll send you some unopened packs as well, Annie. So thanks for tuning in and liking or commenting. Um, Appreciate the support. So let's open this up. Without further ado, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and not hit the pack, obviously, and cut the top of that off. And here we go. And my buddy Brian Harmon, he said to make sure you crank it up so we can hear it on YouTube. And if it's wrong again, I'm sorry on YouTube, but it must come through at different levels with my using Logic Pro X on my Mac computer, and I also am videotaping at the same time. So here's the first pack. So they're all going to look like that. So that's actually a wax pack like you get in the wax box of 38 packs, but it's 3 of them together in a rack. So we took that one out. Let's open this up. It's red. It's got baseball 1983 really big up in the top right. It says Fleer, has the Fleer logo there. Logo stickers, trading cards, 2 photos on each card. There's one on the front and on the back. And then there's 1 sticker and 15 cards. So let's open the first one. Looks like these are, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how these could have been put back together. So hopefully, because it's in a wax triple pack, like rack pack, that these haven't been resealed. So it looks pretty good on the back. Opening that up. Try to be as careful as I possibly can. I want to get those corners messed up. Right, so here's the first one. Okay, there's a San Diego Padres sticker. So there's one of the stickers that look like that. All right, one of my favorite players, first card. I love this guy. Tim Raines, first card. Tim Raines. Later in his career, they put on his cards Rock Raines. They called him Rock. He was a big-time base stealer. Could get on base. Just a great all-around player. UL Washington. John Stearns. Oh yeah, and I guess I should talk about. If you think that's beige, it's hard to tell. I'm in the basement of my mother-in-law's house. I kind of just have a makeshift setup here, up against a wall in the basement. But if that's beige, it might be kind of beige. I guess it's kind of beige. It's kind of grayish to me, but I guess it's beige. And then the back, they said it was brown and white, right? And it's got all their stats on it. From most of them, it's from the minor leagues up to what they did in the pros. And they also, at this point, which was pretty cool at this point, they had another picture right there. Obviously, you can see it was in black and white. Later as technology got better and photography got better, they would put 2 colored pictures, one on the front and one on the back. But this was before that. But having that picture on the back on the top was pretty cool. Steve Hammond, Ferguson Jenkins, Fergie Jenkins, good picture. I wanted to go back to that. Look at that Steve Hammond. I was looking at that just as I looked down. You can see in the corner. Look at that, like little. It looks like a grease spot. I don't know how that got on there. That would not do well if you send it in to get graded. That would bring down the grade. Daryl Thomas, Glenn Wilson, Manny Trio. Always loved that name, Manny Trio. Ken Daly. Phil Niekro. Man, this guy probably pitched till he was, I don't know, I can't say exactly, but probably 46 years old. He's a knuckleballer, so guess not a lot of harm on your arm. His ball just moved around. He had a brother, Joe Niekro, as well. That's Phil. If you look at him, he looks pretty old there, actually. Man, look at him. He looks like he'd be a coach, but he was a pitcher. Art Howe. Jack Perconte. Another Tribe player that was not great, but hey, man, he made the major leagues, so you can say he was there. Bruce Bochy. Bochy? I'm not sure. I can't remember. I remember him, but I can't remember how you say that. Bruce Bochy. Let me know if you know. Joe Nolan. That was the first pack. All right, so my favorite card there was the Tim Raines Rock. All right, got this little table here. It's smaller than I'm used to. Let's pull the next pack out. I can get it out of there nice and easily. There we go, the next pack. Out of the triple wax rack pack. On AV's Ripping Wax Packs here with you. All right, next. And no bubble gum. These all had stickers. Fleer, remember, didn't have bubble gum after 1981. All right, so the first card's actually a sticker. We have the St. Louis Cardinals hat sticker. Pretty cool one. First card is Phil Garner, Kiko Garcia, Richie Hebner, Lenny Faedo. And they also, I've noticed on the back of some of these, they'll have a Did You Know segment there, or a spot that talks about something that they did. Like his Lenny says, did you know he hit 4 home runs in a high school game? Set Orlando Farm Club fielding record for shortstops with 965 percentage, was Twins' first pick of the June 1978 free agent draft. So that was Lenny Faedo. Just a little tidbit. Doesn't have that on all of them. If they don't have a lot of stats on the back, they'll put that on there to take up some space. This guy was a good, really good player. Cecil Cooper, good first baseman, and good hitter. Mike Squires. Remember, if anybody has a story about any of these guys, the cards of the year, or anything that was happening in your life at this time, comment and let me know so I can put it online here and put it on there for the podcast. Jerry Hairston, Tim Wallach. He was a pretty good player. I remember when he was all the talk, and his rookie card was 1982, I believe. Don Hood, Brian Giles. We're looking for that, the ever popular Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs, or Ryan Sandberg. Haven't got there yet. Tim Foley, really good player. Freddie Lynn, had a great career. Steve Howe, Tom Brookins, Tug McGraw. And if you're a country music fan, that's Tim McGraw's dad. He didn't know that until later in his life, but I think maybe when he was in high school or 17 years old or something, he found out that that was his dad. But man, they look alike to me. That's Tug McGraw. He had a good career too. All right, that was the end of the second pack. Here comes the third pack. Let's pull this up here. Third pack. Last pack. Here we go. Come on. Tony Gwynn's my favorite, but I like the Boggs and the Sandberg cards as well. But Tony Gwynn, he was one of my favorite players. All right, the sticker. Pittsburgh Pirates. Kenny Oberkfell. Ken Oberkfell. Had some good years. Good years. Steve Mura. Can honestly say I've never heard of that guy. Steve Mura. Scott McGregor. Good pitcher. Wayne Nordhagen. Never heard of that guy either. All right, here's one of the I was talking about. If you listened to part of the podcast, this is really cool. So I got Reggie Jackson, and it says power right there. So there's another one over here, and I'll show you the back of the card. It shows it. If you would put it together, it'd be Ricky Henderson, and that card says speed and power. And you can notice it looks like it doesn't have a good border, but it's supposed to be like that because there's going to be another card that sits right there with it. And this is what it looks like when you get them both together. It tells a little bit about those two. So you would get this other card with Ricky Henderson on it, and it would make out the two cards would make out the picture. So he's got his arm around Ricky Henderson there. Reggie Jackson does. And I would doubt we'll get that same card in the pack, but it would be really cool if we did so you could see it that way. But so there's a couple different sets of cards like that in that set. And it says Superstar or Special. I'm glad we got that one so you could see it. So speed and power, that's the power side of Reggie Jackson. And he hit some prodigious blasts. John Milner, Jim Morrison, Guy Salares, Rick Honeycutt. Good picture. Oh my goodness. You're not going to believe it. We got that card in the same pack. I can't believe it. So I'm going to put them together to show you. That is amazing. I love it. I'm so happy that happened. What a cool thing. So here's the Ricky Henderson. It says and power. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see, or if you're in the podcast, go look at YouTube, this episode. And see, you can put them both together, and there's the one side's supposed to not have a border. So you put them together, and it's speed and power, Ricky Henderson and Reggie Jackson. Man, that worked out perfectly. I did not set that up. It just happened to be in the same exact pack. Wow. I don't know if I've ever got that lucky before. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So that's awesome. I thought that was really cool. So if you look on the back, it has the same writing on both. It tells about them both, obviously, but it has the same thing written on both of them, looks like to me. Yep. So I thought that was pretty cool. So Annie Westfall, you're going to get that you're going to get those cards in the mail there. Hopefully you can give that to your kids that want to look at them. You can too, but I mean, I know you have kids that that might enjoy that, or at least open the packs. Jerry White. And Annie, I know your husband would probably open the packs. Woody Fryman. 3 more cards, and we're not getting our rookies, it looks like, but hey, we got the speed and power. That was awesome. Broderick Perkins. Matt, man, I'm going to struggle with that name. Matt Kioff or Keo, not sure. I don't think he stayed around. Well, it looks like he had a pretty decent career. 77 to 82, he was pitching a lot, so I don't know. I'm clueless on that. I was pretty young at that point. And then there's another Superstar Special. So that's really cool. We saw the one where you put 2 cards together, and then there were a bunch of them that just had 2 people in one card, Superstar Special. And it was, this was Terry Bowling and Gaylord Perry. And it says Terry Bowling was 10 years old when Gaylord Perry first towed a rubber in the major leagues, but he was on hand on May 6, 1982 to catch the veteran right-hander's 300th career victory. So this guy was 10 years old when Gaylord Perry first got into the major leagues, and then he ended up catching his 300th win. That's pretty cool. That's old. Gaylord Perry pitched for a long time too. He had to be in his 40s as well when he finished. So that was that. All right, so there's a bunch of cards there. So Annie, you're going to get all these cards, and can look through those, or have your husband and your kids look through them with you. You can open up your packs there. I'll get those to you as soon as I can, as soon as I get your address from you. And I appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to go back to the podcast and finish that out. And thanks for watching on the YouTube part of the podcast.